Welcome to the Abundance Hack Show, where we are inspiring you to tap into your power to manifest the happiness, success, and fulfillment that you desire. I am your host, Niajae, the Upper Limit Coach. I am here to dismantle your limiting beliefs and remove the blocks so you can confidently live your life's purpose, because life is meant to be abundant. Hey M&Ms, thank you for tuning into the Abundance Hack Show. What are you manifesting in your life today? Wherever you are in the world, I hope that you are allowing the yumminess to flow into your life. I realize that I do not have a full episode on manifestation, and ultimately that is what this podcast is about, manifesting an abundant life. And then I call you guys M&Ms, which stands for Magical Manifestors. So it's only right that I do an episode on manifesting. And it's perfect timing because I just got home from seeing Abraham Hicks live for the second time. If you don't know who Abraham Hicks is, she is basically the queen of the law of attraction, the queen of manifesting. So yeah, let's dive in. First of all, what is manifesting? Basically, it is drawing things to you with your thoughts, okay? Because our thoughts create our reality. What we think about, we bring about. We are attracting and manifesting by default. So even if you are not actively trying to manifest something, you're basically still attracting your reality to you, because we are energetic beings, and whatever you are vibrating is being drawn to you. So if you are high vibe, you attract high vibe situations and people. If you are low vibe, naturally you attract low vibe situations and people. So a lot of times people feel like, well, are people manifesting illness or, accidents and stuff like that? Unfortunately, we do. We attract it all to us. So that's why it's really important to be self-aware. It's really important to understand the energy that you are exuding. It's really important to be aware of your thoughts, your thought patterns, your limiting beliefs, your blocks, the anger that you're holding on to, and your pre-programming, because our situation is a direct reflection of what is going on energetically and internally. So I went to see Abraham Hicks, and it was a really amazing experience, and there was so many lessons and so many questions answered that I can talk about it all day long, but I broke it down into 10 of my biggest takeaways from this event. So are you ready? Let's dive in. I'm really, really, really excited about this because I think that Abraham is extremely wise and, definitely enlightened, and the energy in the room, just being around, this enlightened being, and then in a room full of people that meditate all the time and really high vibe people. It just was a really magical experience. So the first thing that I learned, and I guess I already knew this, but these are the 10 biggest takeaways. So the first thing I want to talk about is the law of attraction responds to your vibration and not your words. So let's give an example here. There's a lot of people that want financial freedom. They say, like, I want to make $1 million, okay? You may put it out in the universe. I want to make $1 million. However, the universe responds to your vibration. So if you have energetic blocks, like money blocks, that $1 million is not going to manifest. If you have limiting beliefs or subconscious, blocks about money. So I talk about money blocks all the time. If your parents said, oh, money doesn't grow on trees, now you think money is hard to come by. So if you subconsciously believe that money is hard to come by, that $1 million obviously is going to seem hard to come by. And, it runs really, really deep. If you believe that, money is the root to all evil, and you want to be liked, and you want to be loved, and you want to be embraced by others, if you think money is the root to all evil, then subconsciously you are going to stop yourself from manifesting a lot of money. If you don't feel you were worthy of a lot of money, maybe your parents didn't have money, maybe, you know, there's something in your past, and it could be generational. It may not even be just your past, but it could be your family's past that makes you feel you were not worthy of that $1 million. Even if you say, universe, I want to make $1 million, or I want to manifest $1 million, it's not going to happen until you clear out your vibrational blocks and limiting beliefs and pre-programming. So that's really, really important. There's a lot of people that say, oh, I'm going to manifest this, I'm going to manifest this, but they don't take the time to see what is actually standing in the way, what's blocking them from manifesting that thing. Number 2 is you have to be a vibrational match to where you're going and not where you are. This is so important. So there's a lot of memes that talk about, like, you know, people say, I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when I manifest $1 million. I'll be happy when I pay off my debt. I'll be happy when I manifest my person. I'll be happy when I manifest a new client. The key is to be happy now. You have to be a vibrational match to that goal before that goal turns into a reality. So if you're not a vibrational match, it's not like, oh, well, I'll be happy when it actually appears. In order for it to appear, you have to be a vibrational match. So, like, let's just visualize this. Like, let's say, you know, you have a financial goal of making $1 million. In order to make $1 million, the vibration, the energy has to be up here. And if you're here, like, okay, I'll be happy when I get here, you're never going to get there, because you have to energetically and vibrationally be here before that ever manifests into your reality. And ultimately, money is just energy as well. So you have to match it energetically. But if you feel subconsciously or energetically that money's hard to come by, money's the root to all evil, you know, it's gonna take me a long time to pay off my debt, or I can't afford this, I can't afford to do X, Y, and Z, I can't afford to buy this. These are all vibrational blocks that are standing in your way of your financial goal. And I just used $1 million as an example, but like, let's just say you're trying to manifest $1 million, but then you're like, oh, it's gonna take me forever to get these 10 clients or these 20 clients or whatever the case may be. If you have that in your vibration, it's creating resistance and it's creating wobble in your vibration. So you're telling the universe, I wanna manifest $1 million, but then, you know, something comes about, you're like, okay, I want this brand new condo, and you're like, I can't afford that. So then there's wobble in your universe as you're trying to raise your vibration. There's wobble and you're doing like this, you know? So the universe is just like, okay, I don't know what to do with you because you're all over the place. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are not aware of their vibration. They're not aware of their thought patterns and, you know, their limiting beliefs, which is why it's really important to meditate. It's why it's really important to journal, so you can start to become aware of your thought patterns. And when you find yourself saying things like, I can't afford, or this is hard, or it's gonna take me forever, you wanna catch yourself immediately, because those things send a vibration to your subconscious. It stores it in your subconscious, and that is what is affecting your manifestation process. So the next thing is to get out ahead of it. So Abraham says this a lot, get out ahead of it. Basically, you want to stop the negative vibration before it goes too far, down the hole. So if you find yourself, just like I was saying, if you find yourself saying something negative, like I can't afford it, this is gonna take forever, this is so hard, then get out ahead of it. Stop it before it turns into a bigger thing. Now, negative thoughts happen. We're human, life happens. Like, We're not here for spiritual bypassing. We're not going to pretend that everything is amazing when it's not. Like, I'm not telling you pretend life is peaches and cream, but if you can control the length of time you spend thinking about a negative thought, then you can shift it to positive and raise your vibration before it puts too much wobble or resistance in your energy and in your vibration. Let me know if I'm making sense. So you can definitely email me at connect@abundancehack.com to let me know if this is making sense to you. So one really amazing example that I heard recently is, it's kind of like a baby in a diaper. You know, when you find out the baby pooped in a diaper, you want to change the baby immediately so he or she is not sitting in their shit. You know what I mean? So like, as adults, do you really want to sit in your shit? I don't think so. I don't think so. So as soon as you figure out there's some poopy thoughts, you want to change it immediately. I know it's a really silly example, but really think about it. Like, you don't want to sit in negative thoughts because it's crappy. Basically, so you want to get out ahead of it and shift those thoughts immediately. So not saying suppress them, ignore them, pretend that they're not there, pretend that the situation isn't bad and is actually good, but shift your thought to something that feels good. So I think that there's certain examples that people give that's a form of spiritual bypassing. So if something is bad, you don't want to tell yourself that it's good when you actually feel bad about the situation. What you want to do is focus your thought and energy on something that does feel good. So if you have to write a list, I always go to this exercise, write a list of 10 things you're grateful for. So what that does is it takes your energy off of that negative thing and it shifts it to 10 positive things. And if you have to obsess over that list of 10 positive things, that's what you do. So one of the things that I'm always grateful for is my fur babies. They make me really happy. So anytime I do find myself in a frustrating situation, I can think about how cute they are. I work from home, so typically I can just like play with them and love on them. And they're always up for some snuggles and some kisses. So, you know, it's something to just shift that energy so I get out ahead of it and I'm not stuck in that rabbit hole of negative thoughts or that dirty diaper, so to speak. Now, one amazing thing that she said that was like so powerful for me was forget about the hole. So I keep referring to this rabbit hole that we tend to go down. And my last solo episode, which I believe was about personal growth, it was the personal growth episode, I believe. I talked about a poem that talks about a hole. Like, you fall in this hole and, you know, you have to dig your way out. You fall in a hole again, you have to dig your way out. You fall in a hole again, but it's like, okay, this is a pattern. And that is what we do. We have these patterns that keep us in the same situations that we're in. You cannot solve a problem with the same thinking that created it. So if you find yourself repeating the same pattern over and over and over, it's time to shift your mindset so you can stop repeating that pattern. Stop going down the hole. So rather than saying, okay, I'm not gonna go down that hole, just forget about the hole. Forget about the hole. But I thought it was really powerful because I'm like, I just was talking about this hole and Abraham specifically said, forget about the hole. And sometimes it's our ego, and this is really powerful. Sometimes it's our ego that wants to save the day. So we continue to go down this hole so we can pull ourselves out to feel accomplished. You know what I mean? And that's all ego, but it's still a pattern that you can avoid and not just go down the whole period. Completely forget about it. So like debt, for example. People feel accomplished when they pay off debt, but there's a way that you can just pay for stuff when you can afford it versus putting it on credit cards. So I know it's kind of an example, and trust me, I have plenty of credit card debt because I have a shopping issue. But you know, it's one of those holes that you can just choose to not go down. You know what I mean? So you don't have to constantly pull yourself out of debt, which is something that I'm working on, and making sure like I set aside money to spend, you know, on things that I want to spend rather than running up a credit card and then I have to pull myself out of the hole. So I don't want to go off on a tangent, but it's one example of how we can continue to repeat the same patterns and keep digging ourselves in the same hole when we have the option to not go down that hole at all and completely forget about it. You know what I mean? So really, really powerful. And if you didn't listen to the personal growth episode, definitely check that out and check out that poem about going down the hole. We don't want to go down the hole. We want to actually just forget about the hole and focus on the things that are helping us be the best version of ourselves and live our abundant lives. Okay, so number 4 is protesting only creates more lack. So when Abraham says protesting, she's basically talking about complaining, being frustrated, being angry, saying, woe is me, life is so hard, and, you know, complaining about your circumstances. When you complain, you only draw negativity to you. When you worry, you only draw negativity to you. So it's really important that you tap into gratitude rather than protesting and complaining and worrying. So even if you say, I don't want this, like let's just say, you know, I was talking about debt, for example. If I say, I don't want debt, the universe doesn't hear do or don't. And they talk about this in The Secret. The universe doesn't hear do or don't. The universe hears what you're talking about, which is debt. So if I'm sitting here like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to, you know, run up my credit cards, I don't want to have a whole bunch of debt, I don't want to have student loans, it's only going to draw more debt to you because that is your focus. Your focus is on the debt. So the important thing is not to focus on what you don't want, but focus on what you do want. Okay, so next one is, I really like this one. The next one is you don't fix it when it's wonky. You don't fix it when it's wonky. When you find yourself obsessing over a situation and you're holding on so tight to it and you're really focused on it because it's something that's like really important to you, it creates resistance in your vibration and in your energy. So you don't fix it when it's wonky. If you are just like, okay, I really need this, I need this, I need this, and you're stressing over it and you're worrying about it coming, that is a wonky vibration and you're not going to manifest what it is that you want. And so another thing she talked about a while back, and I just heard this on a YouTube video, is that you have to differentiate a painful need versus a joyful desire. So a lot of times we want things and we obsess over it to a point of adding that resistance in our vibration because we're like, oh, I need this so bad. And, you know, like for example, money tends to be one that creates a lot of resistance. So like, I need to make $5,000. Like I need to make $5,000 because I have to pay for my bills. And so there's a lot of stress and sense of urgency and worry and concern and doubt that it'll show up. So that is a wonky vibration, and that's going to affect it manifesting. Okay, so what she says is if you find yourself obsessing over a situation and you're adding that wonkiness in your vibration, don't try to fix the situation right then and there. Don't try to come up with a solution right then and there because you can't fix it when it's wonky. So it goes back to the saying that you can't solve a problem with the same mindset that created it. So what you want to do is like take a nap. Like stop thinking about it. Okay, so I went straight to the take a nap part because I love naps. But she basically said, stop thinking about it, you know? And sometimes I know that I'm an overthinker, so sometimes I can't just like turn the switch off and just stop thinking about it. So she says, take a nap. And usually that will calm your vibration and allow you to think about something else or calm your mind so you're not obsessing over this one thing. Because the more you obsess over it, the less that it's going to be drawn to you, because it's so much resistance and wonkiness in your vibration. So I hope that makes sense, but you can't fix it when it's wonky. So if you find yourself stressing over a situation, you want to stop thinking about it. You want to focus on something else and focus on something that feels good. Okay, number 6 is things don't have to be hard and they don't have to go wrong. So there is so many times where we set limitations in our own minds about what is possible for us. And, you know, for example, people say like, oh, starting a business is so hard. Oh, relationships are so hard. Life is hard. Mondays are hard. And so with the law of attraction, because you're saying it's going to be hard, it is. And so things don't have to be hard. And this is something that I'm really trying to reprogram my mind in certain things in life, because I think that I was born in an environment where everyone was used to struggle. Everyone was used to grinding and working really hard to survive. It's like survival of the fittest. I was born in the Bronx, New York. So like it's survival of the fittest, and you have to hustle, you have to grind, you have to work really hard to get out the hood, for example. And so that was kind of like inbred in me, that you have to hustle, you have to grind. And I'm like, no, what you have to do is align with your desires, align with abundance, because abundance is there. It's already there. It's already all around us. We have to align with it. You know what I mean? And so that's a really powerful lesson to learn. It doesn't have to be hard. And the more prepared you are for life, the easier it is. But we don't prepare because we stress out and we think, oh my God, it's so hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. And if you believe it's going to be hard, that is what you are going to attract. So telling yourself this is easy. So I always share what I have going on with you guys, and I'm really honest and transparent. So I do a lot of gratitude. I've always been a really grateful person. But what I did recently is shift my gratitude exercise to an easy exercise. I really like this. I came up with this. So I used to write out 10 things I'm grateful for, like every single day, or if I need to do it more than once a day, whatever, you know, I'm feeling I need energetically. But what I started doing recently is writing out 10 things that are easy, because I'm trying to shift my mindset to feel like, you know, everything is so hard. Running a business is hard. Creating content is hard, which creating content for me is not hard. It's actually quite easy. But, you know, these are things that people feel. Relationships are hard. Friendships are hard. Communicating is hard. If you feel this way, life is going to be a drag. If you think everything is hard, it doesn't have to be hard. It actually can be easy if you shift your mindset. And it's not saying that it's not going to require work and effort and energy, but effort isn't hard. Putting energy towards something isn't hard. So it's all in perspective. It's all in your perception of the world. And so I love working. And some people think like working is hard. Some people think business is hard. Business is really easy for me. And okay, so I'll tell you something that's not as easy for me. Maybe relationships. Relationships are hard for me, but as long as I believe that, they're going to be. So what I've started doing is reprogramming my mind to focus on the easy things, so I can energetically and vibrationally think that relationships are easy. And the more I focus on ease and flow, the more I'm going to draw that to me, and the more it'll apply and trickle over into every area of my life, i.e. relationships. So there's more ease and flow in my relationships. So you see how this works? We're energetic and vibrational beings. So the more you focus on ease and flow, the more you're going to manifest ease and flow into your life. The more you're going to attract things into your life that are easy, that do just seem to flow. So it's really important that we are aware of our energy. People that walk around and they're grumpy and they're complaining and they're just like, "Ugh," like, life, woe is me, life is so hard. I mean, that's what's attracting the negative situations to them. So the next time you find yourself complaining, the next time you find yourself saying, "Oh my God, this is so hard," find something easy about that situation. Find something positive about that situation. And the more you can focus and hone in on the positive thing, the more you're going to start to find other positive things about the situation. So really tap into optimism. Look at the positive in everything. Abundance Box is more than a subscription box. It's a movement. Not only are you sent spiritual goodies to your doorstep, it's a commitment to yourself to not settle, to live to your full potential and manifest the life that you truly desire. For more information, go to abundancehack.com/box to receive crystals, sage, therapeutic grade essential oils, guided meditations, and access to the private Facebook group to connect with other awesome members of the Abundance Box tribe. Join the movement because life is meant to be abundant. The next thing, so this is my new hashtag, you guys. The next thing is focus on your vibration. So I've been hashtagging this. Number 8 is if it's not happening, you are not allowing it in. So there's a lot of times we think we're ready for something, but we stand in the way of it actually showing up. And sometimes what we want is literally right in front of our face. But because we have so many layers of blocks, limiting beliefs, negative pre-programming standing in front of our face, we have like these glasses with different layers on, like rose-colored glasses or something like that. So it's covered with all of these different layers of things, and the things that we want are literally at our fingertips, but because we don't see it, we don't allow it in because life piled all of this crap on top of us. So our job is to peel the layers back, release the limiting beliefs, release the blocks, reprogram our subconscious and release the negative pre-programming and allow the things to she used this word, gestate. She kept using this word. It has to basically appear and, cook up in our reality, but it's like right there in front of our face. And when we open our minds to the possibilities of what the universe can actually do and what we can do, because we are powerful beyond belief, then all of these things seem to magically appear, but they were there all along. We just had to open our minds and our hearts and our souls to the possibilities. All right. Number 9 is it's as easy to create a castle as it is a button. So a lot of times people think that small manifestations are easy. A button is easy to manifest, a feather is easy to manifest, a cup of coffee is easy to manifest, $100 may be easy to manifest. But when you think about a big goal like a castle or a house or $100,000, you think it's a bigger goal, and so it takes more energy, it takes more manifestation. You got to do a little extra work, a little extra magic, when in reality we set that limitation in our own minds. It's just as easy to create a castle as it is a button. If you think it's going to be harder, that is what you are manifesting, it being harder. So every time you say, this is going to be hard, this is going to take a while, this is going to take a lot of effort, poof, the universe is like, okay. So get in the habit of thinking, this is going to be easy, this is going to be fun. So play a game and almost toy with the universe in a sense of like, okay, universe, let's see how fast we can manifest this. I'm excited to see what I manifest. I'm excited to see how this unravels, because at the end of the day, it really is a journey. It's not about the destination. It's about who we become during the destination. It's who we become trying to manifest these goals and fully stepping into our power. So get in the habit of being excited about the journey. Get excited before you arrive. So I remember my mom used to take me to Six Flags Great Adventures. So I think there's different Six Flags, but we lived in New York at the time, and Six Flags Great Adventures was in New Jersey. So the ride there was so exciting, like almost as exciting as actually being there, because you know something amazing is going to happen. So that is what you have to do with manifestation. Get excited along the journey. Get excited before it appears into your reality, because excitement is a high vibration. Excitement is going to draw the situation to you. Excitement is what's going to make you a vibrational match to what it is you desire and what you are asking for. So get excited now. Get excited that it's coming. Get excited that you know that what you desire is at your fingertips. It's like literally around the corner. Just how they say Christmas is around the corner, your desires are right around the corner. And so as you're going around the corner, be excited. Be excited. Okay, look, I get worked up. All right, so last but definitely not least, Source is always on your side. Source can be whatever higher being you believe in, God, the universe, Buddha, Allah, whatever you believe in, know that Source is on your side. So another thing, I'm working on so many things. I'm always working, because we should always be working. We should always be growing. But another thing I'm working on is believing that everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. So when something doesn't go the way I intended to, I say everything's always working out for me. Everything is happening for me. Everything's happening for my greatest good. So when you continuously tell yourself that, you stop stressing when things don't go your way. When a situation doesn't work out, tell yourself everything's always working out for me. Trust the universe has your back. Trust that Source is always on your side, because it is always working out for you. So if someone is removed out of your life, trust that it is for a reason. And sometimes, relationships mend themselves, things work out. A lot of times things work out better than we can even imagine and fathom in our head, because the universe is constantly shifting to bring us everything that we desire. So when a shift happens, and I have become a lot more sensitive to energy, so I feel when the universe is shifting things in my life. So when I fully commit to a goal or a manifestation, I feel the shift happening, because the universe is like, okay, you ready for this? Let me shift some stuff around to make this happen. And then when something is presented, even if it's not exactly what it is that I want, sometimes it's what my friend Tina calls driftwood. It's getting you a little closer to shore. So shore may be, that big, huge manifestation, but the closer you get to shore, the larger the pieces of wood to let you know that you're getting closer to shore. So sometimes something will appear, and it may not be exactly what it is that you're trying to manifest, but it's a piece of the puzzle. It's getting you closer. It's that driftwood, or it's a puzzle piece that you need to put the whole entire thing together. So when the universe is shifting, know that it's in your favor. So if something's being removed out of your life, that means that it is making space for something better. So if you were trying to manifest an abundant life and you want more yumminess, more excitement, more passion, more love, more success in your life, these are 10 tips, 10 takeaways from Abraham Hicks, the seminar that I just attended, and really try to implement these into your life, because they're really, really powerful. So a really quick recap. Number 1 is the law of attraction responds to your vibrations, and not your words. So you want to make sure that you are trying to raise your vibrations and maintain a high vibration as best as possible. And obviously life happens, but do your best. Have tools in your tool belt to raise your vibration anytime life challenges you. Number 2 is be a vibrational match to where you are going and not where you are. Get excited about what's to come. Get excited about the love that's on its way, the success that's on its way, the yumminess that's on its way, the passion that's on its way. Think about if you're going on vacation, how excited you are going on the vacation, how excited you are on the airplane and traveling to the destination. So try to maintain that in your life. As you're starting a new business or getting into a new relationship or trying something new, be excited before it even happens, and it's going to attract it to you even faster. Number 3 is get out ahead of it. So life happens. Life kicks your ass sometimes. I'm actually working on getting out of the habit of saying life is kicking my ass, because basically life is toughening me up, you know? It's shifting things in my life to give me everything that I desire. So when you have a negative thought or you have a negative saying that you constantly say, like one of the things that I say is like, life is kicking my ass. Life is not kicking my ass, because everything is always working out for me. Everything is working for my greatest good. And when you can get out ahead of it and reprogram those negative thoughts and catch it as soon as it happens, because we all have negative thoughts, we all have negative sayings. Even if we're joking around, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I can't, you know, but it's blocking, saying, oh my God, I can. It's blocking the things that I desire, because I'm like, I can't. So the universe is like, oh, okay, well, we won't give you this yummy thing, you know? So get out ahead of it. Start to notice when you say something negative and stop it immediately. Start to notice when you think something negative and stop it immediately, so you don't go down that rabbit hole. Remember, forget about the hole. That sounded kind of, okay, never mind. We won't go there. Number 4 is protesting only creates more lack. So stop complaining. Stop playing victim. Stop feeling like woe is me. We are responsible for our situation. So if you're not where you want to be, rather than complaining about it, do something about it. Shift your energy, shift your mindset, shift your paradigm to attract the life that you truly, truly desire. Number 5 is don't fix it when it's wonky. You don't fix it when it's wonky. So you have to shift your vibration. You cannot manifest from a low vibe. You cannot manifest from a negative space. Like if you're in a negative headspace, the manifestation is not going to happen. You can't fix it when it's wonky. So the first thing that you want to do is shift your energy to something positive. Focus on something that makes you feel good, and that's where you manifest from, a place that feels good. Number 6 is things don't have to be hard. You don't have to always grind. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to hustle to be successful. What you do have to do is align with your desires. Number 7 is focus on your vibration. Hashtag focus on your vibration. So don't worry about what other people are doing on social media. Don't worry about other people's businesses. Don't worry about the economy. Don't worry about, climate control. We find things to distract us from our own vibrations. Find things to make you feel good. Find things that are going to raise your vibration. You can only control yourself, and the more you promote well-being rather than bashing the negative things that's going on in the world, the higher you're going to vibrate. So there are negative things in the world. There's always going to be, and always has been, negative things going on in the world, but your responsibility is to focus on the good things going on in the world and promote well-being. And this is what Abraham says, because people do ask her, well, what about, all of the negative things that are going on? What about the president? What about the economy? What about this? What about that? The more you focus on the negative things, the more negative things are going to appear. So focus on the positive, focus on well-being, focus on promoting well-being. Focus on promoting positivity. Find something good to focus on, and you're going to attract more good. So the only way you can flush out darkness is with lightness. The only way you can flush out darkness is with light. So be light, be love, be well-being, promote love, promote well-being. Number 8, if it's not happening, you are not allowing it. Allow the yumminess, allow the success, allow the love, allow the passion. So I talk about upper limits in my framework. You want to expand your threshold for the amount of love and success and yumminess and passion you allow in your life. Sometimes we get too happy and we put a cap on it, like, oh no, I'm too happy. If I get too excited or I get too happy, something bad's about to happen. That is you capping your own success and your own happiness and your own passion. Expand that threshold, transcend your upper limit, and allow more excitement and success and love and passion to come into your life, because there is another level and you deserve it. You deserve it. You are so worthy of it. So allow it to come in. The next one is, it's as easy to create a castle as it is a button. If you think manifesting something is going to be hard, that is what you are drawing to you. The difficulty, the struggle, the hustle, the grind. Allow it to be easy. Start to think that things are easy, and you'll see that they are. So one of the things that I've started doing, and I encourage you to do it too, so definitely let me know if you try this, but start to write out 10 things a day that are easy. And as you start to focus on all the things that are easy in your life, the more ease and flow will start to flow in your life. So really focusing on things that come natural to you. So like maybe you're great at cooking, maybe you're great at, folding laundry, maybe you're great at driving and parking, like whatever it is. It could be very small. Maybe you're really good at brushing your teeth. Maybe you're good at flossing. You get that, piece of food right away. Whatever it is, as silly as it is, as simple as it is, as complex as it is. Maybe you're really good at graphic design. Maybe you're really good at taking selfies. Whatever it is, focus on what's easy in your life, and you're going to attract more ease and flow to you. Okay, last but definitely not least, Source is always on your side. And if you don't take anything else from this, take that from this. Source is always on your side. The universe wants to give you everything that you desire, and you should desire more. Some people think like, oh, you want too much. No, life is meant to be abundant. Life wants to give you everything that you feel you can handle. There's moments where I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy and my life is so, I'm so full. I feel like my heart is going to explode. That's what we should strive for. Those moments where we feel like life is so amazing right now, I feel like my heart is going to explode. And the more you draw those moments to you, the more you expand your threshold of how much excitement and joy and yumminess you can allow in your space. And there is another level. So isn't that exciting? It's exciting to me. I want to explore that next level, and I get excited about the next level. And that's why I think I'm a really powerful manifester, because I have this passion and this eagerness for life, and I'm always excited about the next level. So people are like, oh, you're always doing things and you're always traveling, you're always got new ideas. Yes, because of that excitement. And when I get excited, the universe continues to put things in my life for me to be excited about. So be excited about the next step. And the more excited you are now, the better that next step and that next level is going to be. I hope you found value in this, M&Ms. I would love to hear your feedback. And until next time, love and light. Thank you for tuning in to the Abundance Hack Show. I would love to hear from you. Leave your comments and questions, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our yummy episodes. Every time you leave a 5-star rating or review, I do my happy dance.